acquista più fiducia. Guarda che lavoro puoi fare. Okay?
The best punch so far by Marquez. Landed a little high on the forehead.
You mean by Cotto?
Cotto, excuse me.
Power shots in round 2. Copy box finding Cotto landing 13 out of 43. Branco 7 out of 16. Harold Letterman gives the first 2 rounds to Miguel Cotto in what has so far been a measured but powerful boxing performance. Right hand over the top by Branco.
Yeah, Branco's got very fast hands. Maybe not the most power, but extremely fast.
You can see Branco bunching his elbows to try to guard against Cotto's hooks to the body. Good left hook to the body there by Cotto. Branco can't block everything. Cotto trying to find the openings in Branco's guard, and finally Gianluca Branco answers back with a couple of punches of his own.
But Branco better be very careful in throwing his own left hook, that he don't get caught in a left hook exchange. Because Cotto is a much stronger power punch with his left hook.
Gianluca Branco told us that he thought Arturo Gatti, whom he fought in Atlantic City 2 years ago, was a better boxer than Miguel Cotto. He could have been whistling in the dark with that. Cotto worried for a second that he had thrown the second low blow and would be penalized, but the referee said, no, you're not in trouble yet. Go right back to it. Branco sticking his jab, but trying to get back into his defensive envelope as rapidly as possible. Therefore, not committing to his punches, just popping and pulling back. Cotto punching through the target and hitting much harder.
Cotto's fighting a beautiful fight. Working, mixing up his punch, jabs to the head, right to the head, punches to the body, both sides, right side, left side to the body, and then he gets right back with the jab again.
And now Branco conscious enough of the body that Cotto seems to begin to land at will upstairs.
Yep, sit up. Good combination. If Branco doesn't start fighting back, he's going to find himself in trouble, because sooner or later, playing the numbers game, Cotto's going to land a big shot.
I was very impressed in that exchange on how Branco, after taking a big shot, immediately came back with his own right. He just doesn't have the strength that Cotto has, but he is a true professional fighter.
Cotto getting some chances upstairs there and landed a big hook to end the round. Crowd on its feet and roaring as the first 3 rounds have belonged to Miguel Cotto against the very professional Gianluca Branco.
Go side to side, do the double hold. He's covering himself. Go in. Double the pressure, double the pressure. There's a towel.
You need to move that left hand. Forza, prendi confidenza in te.
Here you watch that exchange with a left hook. Again, a little high. Branco is covered well and comes back with a big straight right hand.
Round 4 of a scheduled 12. Harold, how do you have it through the first 3?
Okay, Jim. 3-0. 30-27, Miguel Cotto. You know, Jim, Gianluca Branco is just fighting Cotto's fight. He's standing right in front of him, and it's almost impossible to fight a power puncher like that and stand right in front of him and not move your head. Cotto just digging that hook under Branco's right elbow, around it, to the body, and then he comes up top with the right hand. 3-0 Cotto.
So at this moment, part of the drama becomes Branco, a pure boxer, has never been knocked out in 37 fights. Gatti couldn't knock him out. although he managed to land.
Okay, mírame, okay?
But, you know, but he cannot afford to let Cotto keep punching like that because Cotto is a big puncher and an accurate puncher. If you have a guy that's maybe a wild puncher, he's missing about 60%, so you maybe let him do that. But Cotto's connect percentage is extremely high and powerful, so sooner or later, he's going to have to land something. And Bronco's, you know, he cannot keep fighting his way this way. He's going to have to start doing something to get Cotto off of him.
Require releasing his hands more, Manny, and he doesn't want to do it because he doesn't want to take the counter shots in return.
Jim, you're absolutely right. And that's why it's going to be a rough 12 rounds for him to go because he's going to have to start punching sooner or later, therefore leaving himself open to get caught also. He's not going to win this by being safety and back and just throwing a flickering jab out every once in a while.
I think he's trying to throw the hardest punches he can. He just doesn't have any power.
Which makes it a waiting game to see if Cotto can knock him out. Because unless he can do something different than what we've seen so far, Gianluca Branco isn't going to win the fight.
You'll notice Cotto's now discovered another route to come up between the gloves and the center, in addition to punches to the body and right hand. So he's doing so many different things.
Straight right hand to the body by Cotto. Looks to land the left hook, doesn't get a chance. Branco backing straight away. Cotto pops him with the jab. Branco backs into the ropes, lands a couple of shots to get Cotto off of it. Branco tries to cover up. Cotto uppercutting right through the middle of the guard. Now the left hook upstairs, left hook to the body. Branco with one left hook shot to move Cotto back. Perfect jab by Cotto.
Nice right hand by Branco.
As Cotto walked right into the right hand. But by this point, Cotto understands that he can take Branco's best shot, and he's willing to do so.
He's going to have to fight like that. Either start moving and boxing, and being that he's not moving, he's going to have to start fighting.
Watch the low blows, ref.
Molto meglio, già stai trovando
Much better round.
confidenza.
Now you're starting to land some shots. Much better.
Stai trovando confidenza in te stesso.
Now you're starting to get the precision on him.
Torre dietro la testa.
Put the ice behind his head.
Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply.
Respirando.
Breathe deeply. Again.
CompuBox numbers through round 4. Cotto averaging 20 landed punches out of 63 attempted in every round. That's a very high 39% connect percentage, and it will rise as the fight goes on if he follows his typical pattern. Branco landing 8 out of 55 punches per round. A reasonable and sufficient output, not a high enough connect percentage, and he's not getting any damage done with the punches that he does land.
Usually if you're going to be a boxer, you box by moving around the ring, using your footwork, working your jab. Either you're one of those guys who can roll and slip and bob and weave, upper body movement. That's the way you outbox a guy, one of those two. But Branco is just merely trying to stand in one spot and just cover up his hands. And Cotto's been able to anticipate the position of his hands and attacking him from different angles.
Branco has very operatic responses to some of these borderline incidents in the ring, including a minor headbutt and some borderline punches.
Branco seems to be searching in his hair for blood and hasn't yet found any blood to show to referee Luis Pabon. Now I'm told that there may be blood inside the hairline from the apparent accidental headbutt, or maybe Branco thought it was an intentional headbutt. But the bottom line is, while Branco's looking for blood in his hair, Cotto's going back to work with his body punches.
You know, a lot of those body punches are landing on the arms.
There's a hard right hand by Branco.
And I imagine that Branco's arms are starting to feel a little bit from those, from catching those shots.
But also his protective cup that he's wearing is extremely high. It's way above the navel. So punches which are borderline on the cup really are not low blows in his case.